What's up, y'all? Back with another one. I'm gonna do some cardio. And for those of y'all who haven't seen my last two videos, I encourage y'all to check that out. Had a somewhat of a gym troll try to come out of pocket and say a lot of things about me, so I've been informed that he has now removed all of his videos, so there's that. I think y'all really enjoy that. Definitely check that out. But for now, we're going to jump right into our cardio for the day. So let me go ahead on here and get my song set up. Where we at? I doubt the freaking computer's going to be working. Last time I tried to put this thing on and it would not read the sensors, so we're just going to go ahead and see how that works today. Okay. Hop right on into it. But yeah, got another day of zone 2 cardio. We're going to jump right into it as soon as I get this here. Make sure y'all got a decent angle. Should be good enough. My song going. Alright. Let's hop on to it. Let's see if this thing works today. I doubt it will. If not, we still got our watch, so all right on that note. Alright. Nice slow little warm up. On to mine. Whew. Yeah, the little computer's still not working. I don't know if it's the sensor, if it's the reader. Either way, it's all good. Like I said, we've got our watch here. It's going to tell us what zone we're in. We're going to stay in zone 2, which is for me just under 131 beats per minute. Burn some fat. Last week, I had me last 2 weeks I had stuffed crust pizza, so a little bit of a reward. Always good to reward yourself too. You don't gotta go super hard. Like I said, I didn't have before that pizza for a good year or two, so a lot of the times the way I cook it already feels like I'm cheating. But we're gonna get into it. I got my electrolyte mix with some EAAs. Super concentrated. So once I'm about halfway done, I'm gonna fill that thing up with more water. But yeah. Heartbeats, 128 beats per minute. So right at the nice part of zone 2 that I like to be in. Keep it going, keep it going. And we're gonna ride this thing out for a good 2 hours and 20 minutes. Alright. 127 beats per minute. Car should be arriving today. That's good. It got delayed last week due to a minor detailing issue, cosmetic issue on the interior from what they said. So I was like, why can y'all just send it out? And I know how to detail a car. But she was like, no, we've already put a ticket in for it, so had to wait 6 days for them to detail it. So we'll see today if it comes or not. Like I said, if it doesn't come today, you can expect a refund because I'm not going to play this game of waiting and waiting and waiting. But all good. What's up? What's up? 120 beats per minute in right now. Nice middle part of zone 2. For my age, it's 111 beats per minute to 131 beats per minute. So we're pushing it. Probably looking to burn at least 1,000 to 1,300 calories today, active calories. And we will do it. We will do just that. We're gonna have a good day. All right. Give y'all a lot of gems in this video. I do pretty much all my cardio videos. Try to give y'all something new to see, because I feel like there's a lot of mukbangs, there's a lot of people just sitting down, being sedentary on YouTube. I want to give y'all something different, because seeing things like that, like billboards like McDonald's, Wendy's, things like that, they plant subliminals in your mind. And you may not think on it at the moment, but they plant little seeds of negativity. So I'm here to put some positivity back in the world, promote some good health. Maybe if some of y'all are on the fence, been wanting to get back into, fitness, training the healthy way, this might spark something inside to, get y'all back on the path. There's no shortage of guys out there taking steroids, getting all big, and that's what they profit off of. They want you to consume so they can make more money. Consume these steroids, consume extra food, consume the other medications that you're going to need once you screw your body up. We're trying to go against that right now. And I know the people at the top aren't going to like it. But hey, I'm not here for them. They're damn sure not here for us. So, I like to promote a nice, healthy, fit lifestyle. I only weigh 149 pounds, between 149 to 150. Sometimes I get up to 152, 153, depending on, my creatine. And I feel like that's a good weight for me. I don't need to get it big. I don't need to get 175, 185, 200 pounds. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being that weight. But personally, I don't walk around at that weight. I feel a lot heavier. And I've been 190 before. It does not serve me well whatsoever. I think I could only do like 8 pull-ups. And that's sad, I felt really bad, so I like having a lot of cardio. But we're at 124 beats per minute, 63 active calories burned, 64. We're moving. Another good thing about doing this much cardio, it affords you the opportunity and ability to eat more without gaining excess fat, because you're already burning so many calories. And me, I've always been a real big eater, I can't just have one burger, I need to have 2, I can't have like one slice of pizza, I need like 2 or 3. I'm sorry, I need like half the pizza to a whole pizza sometimes. But I'm normally pretty good with half the pizza, and then I'll eat the other half for dinner. But if we do order pizza today, it's because my weight is down to 149, and I will order some pizza as a kind of reward. I know it's super high sodium too, and I'll be losing a lot of salt doing this. 128 beats per minute on the heart rate. we're staying in that zone 2 category. But anyways, like I was saying, if y'all haven't seen my last 2 videos, I encourage y'all to check those out. I had a lot of fun filming that. A lot of fun, you know. And the guy that they're about, I really tried to help him out. You know, I've been watching his channel for a while. I was watching his development over the years, and it's just, I saw a lot of mistakes. And I tried to, you know, encourage him at the beginning and really try to help him out until he started calling me out, saying that I was fake, my picture was fake, everything about me was fake. So I said, I can't let that happen. I went ahead and put a video of myself up. And I put a video of all his comments and his challenges to me. So needless to say, after my first video I made about him, he said he was still stronger than me, he could still deadlift more than me, I'm still small, this and that. So I said, okay. I found a video of him deadlifting. A very recent video of him deadlifting, and by that time someone had said that he removed most of his videos on his channel. So I'm really glad I got that video before he removed it. Excuse me. And to no avail, he removed his entire channel. So he pretty much became a memory. I turned him into a memory pretty much, but it really wasn't me. I think he turned himself into that because of his arrogance and just the way he was coming off about things. You know, you have to have some sort of humility, and there's nothing wrong with being confident, but there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. But you got to have some humility to take advice from the people that have done it before you. And you know, I'm a certified personal trainer, so I was willing to give him some good advice, but he wasn't willing to accept it. So now he's removed every one of his videos, and we're here doing cardio again. We're at 125 beats per minute on the heart rate, 100 active calories burnt. Take me a little sip. I got some pink lemonade electrolytes by the brand Key Nutrients from Amazon. And I got some EAAs. I believe the brand is Brute or Brute Force, one of the two. Flavor is sour gummy worms. Super good, super good. Really good for like intra workout and stuff like that. So I like mixing the two. Best of the both worlds. So they get really concentrated, and I'm able to fill this cup up 2 times with water, and it still has flavor. So keeps me going, keeps me going. But I hope y'all having a wonderful day. Hope y'all having a very productive day and get a lot done. Because that's what we're going to do here today. After I'm done with this, I'm going to study more on my nutritionist course. I'm almost finished with that. And then I'll be a certified nutritionist, or nutrition coach, as they say. And I cannot wait. To me, I feel like nutrition coach is better than a dietitian, because it's the difference between, you know, a dietitian is going to write you a plan, but what a nutrition coach is going to do is teach you how to design your own plan. So it's the difference between giving a man a fish and teaching a man to fish. It's the best analogy I can use for it. And I'd much rather be taught how to fish than to just be given a fish and rely on someone to keep giving me fish every time. But I digress. So we're at 129 beats per minute on the heart rate. 18 calories burned. We're moving. I don't have my kilometers up in front of me anymore. This, like I said, the sensor's not working. This thing is such a piece of junk. It's a Cuspo sensor. Like, I don't recommend getting, or Cuspo, I don't know how you pronounce it. I got it off Amazon and it worked for a little while, but it's always giving me little troubles and stuff here and there. So I don't recommend that. I recommend, get you the Garmin pedals, which is what I'm going to be getting soon, and invest in some Garmin pedals, and it'll track all that stuff for me right in the pedal. I don't have to worry about this bike computer. I would literally be using the metrics from Peloton, but the metrics are way off, and I'm not going to pay a technician to come out here and fix the metrics every time. So all I need is a very sturdy bike, which is why I got the Peloton. It's super sturdy, super rugged. My first bike that I had, it was like a $100 bike from Amazon, and I went around the world at least 2 times in terms of kilometers before that thing finally snapped. Like the metal, all that stuff snapped. It wouldn't catch anymore, so I got rid of that thing. Had to get rid of that. After that, I was like, I'm gonna get something that's gonna last. Sure enough, this thing's been hanging in there pretty good. Oh, excuse me. Heart rate 122. Calories 136. That's all we're worried about now. For me, going at this heart rate, it normally puts me at about, 2 hours and 20 minutes is normally when I hit the 80 kilometer marker. Riding at this heart rate and stuff, so. Feeling good. Got some sweat coming down already. That's what I like. And we're getting that blood flow pumping. Raising my arms a bit too, so I can really feel the blood flowing through my arms as well. Sweat coming down. Yeah. But like I said, there's enough of those channels out there where people just doing mukbangs, sitting down, talking to the camera, not really being active at all. And you just never get to see the good part. I mean, you can talk to a camera while you're doing a cycle, like on a bike here. You don't gotta just be sitting down all the time. And you can watch those guys long enough over the years. A lot of them do end up gaining weight. That channel I just was covering, he started off small, ended up getting real big over time, even though he was filming himself in the gym. But that just goes to show you the gym does not burn calories. It burns a very minute amount of calories when you're lifting weights. So never think just because you're lifting weights you're going to be burning calories or you're going to be in shape or anything like that. You may have a little bit of strength, but if you don't have the energy and the stamina, then all that strength is useless because you're going to be running out of energy. You're going to have a bunch of tissue on your body for no reason at that point. So it's best to play it smart. And you can still do cardio and be strong. You can still burn muscle in a slight caloric deficit as well. Is it harder? Yes. But are those gains going to last longer? Yes, they're going to last. It ain't going to be something that you're going to bulk up and, oh, now I got to cut and lose all my muscle just for the cut. No, we don't do that. We main gain. We main gain, and we keep that going. And I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with this message because those are the same people that they just go to the gym, that's all they do. They just lift weights. So when they see a guy like me doing cardio, going to the gym, they feel a bit inadequate, or they feel a bit like threatened by it. They think they're going to lose all their gains, which couldn't be further from the truth. But we are at 127 heartbeats per minute, Coming up on 200 calories active burn. We got 30 to go and we'll be at 200. So we're doing at a nice little pace right here. Nothing too crazy. It's enough for me to continue a conversation. Still sweating. Not super sweating, but I'm still got some sweat coming out, so get everything in sync. And we ride 129 heartbeats per minute, 133. We just picked it up to zone 3. Zone 3 is also pretty good. You're going to burn a little bit more calories, but some of those calories are going to be coming from, you know, your carbs and such. They're not going to be coming from fat at that zone, so we like to stay in zone 2 for the fat burn. Zone 1 and zone 2 is going to burn the fat. Zone 1, you obviously have to do a lot more in zone 2 because you're going to be at a lower pace. So if you do an hour of zone 1 versus an hour of zone 2, zone 2 is obviously going to burn way more calories from fat than zone 1. Zone 1 is what people do at work. You know, they're just walking from one side of the plant to another. They're kind of in zone 1, unless you're power walking, but even then you got to stop and do things, so it's not a steady state. You just kind of have little intervals of zone 1 to zone 2 here and there. So if you hear people say, you know, I get my workout in at work, that's a cop-out. My dad used to say the same thing, and he was overweight. I think he's still overweight for his height, so. But we are moving. We've got 129 beats per minute, high into zone 2. That's my favorite part. I like to be in the higher end of zone 2. Coming up on 200 active calories burned. We're at 192. And this good. So you can be on your phone while you're doing this. If you want to scroll through TikToks, if you want to be on YouTube, you want to get on Snapchat or whatever, you can do all this through your phone. Right while you're doing steady state cardio. You don't have to be sitting in a chair doing nothing and scrolling on your phone. You can literally do that while you're doing cardio. When I first started now, I don't think I was as coordinated, so I wasn't really going through YouTube or messaging people and doing things like that, but the more I got familiar with cardio, the more coordinated I got, I started kind of training myself to be able to do that on my phone. Think under pressure kind of stuff, and message and read. Even now talking, you know, it's just something you train yourself to do over enough time, and it becomes normal. Like right now, I'm just scrolling through my messages and stuff. If I want to change a song, I can do that. So, and if you do have a sit-down job, like say you have a desk job or you're at a computer for the majority of your day, there's a lot of alternatives. You can get like a stand-up desk, you can get a walking pad for that, or you could, say you want to sit down, you get a recumbent bike. Recumbent bikes are great for if you just have a seated job and you're going to be sitting down. Or if you can get you one of those stand-up desks, get you a walking pad, you can still do what you got to do on your computer. And still get your steps in, get your cardio in. Now there are just too many options for there to be excuses for people to just say all the excuses they've been using for the past 10 years. They got some excellent stuff out there. And And also it's about finding the form of cardio you enjoy the most. For me, it's always been biking, so I know I love it, so I know I'm going to stick to that. That's what we're doing. 125 beats per minute on the heart rate, 222 active calories burned. Feeling good, feeling good. Sweat going down my back. Here we go. Keep it coming. Keep that core engaged, keep that back engaged. And burn those calories. The recommended amount of cardio per week is 150 minutes. That's not too much. That's like 30 minutes a day if you do 5 days. It's not a whole lot of time at all. That's like one show if you're watching TV. And heck, you can watch the show while you're doing cardio. It's habit stack. Nothing wrong with watching shows. What's wrong with them is when you just sit there every time, day in and day out, and you binge eat or you binge watch, and you make no time for your physical health. It also plays on your mental health too, because you're sitting there. A lot of people like watching anime, for example, and you're sitting there watching, the protagonist of the show out there doing everything he needs to do physically and mentally, and it's like you're just sitting there eating popcorn or eating chips, eating highly palatable foods like candy, and now you wound up with heartburn, you wound up with, these illnesses, high blood pressure, high blood sugar. Before you know it, you have metabolic syndrome. And now the medical industry is profiting off of your demise. So, don't be a statistic. Don't give them that control. Like, you take control of your own body. You control your own mind at the end of the day. That's you taking power back once you realize that. And like I said, I'm 30, mid-30s right now, and better shape than I ever was in my 20s, teens, because I didn't do a lot physically back in those times. I never did cardio. I was always drinking like Kool-Aid, sugary stuff like juice, soda, horrible for you stuff. I wasn't using Splenda, I was drinking full sugar. Splenda is super good for reducing calories. All right. We are moving. I'm gonna put my link out real quick on my Snapchat. So if people want to come do cardio with me, they know where they can do it. Copy that. But it's all about positive habit stacking at the end of the day. And the beginning of the day. Shoot, why wait till the end of the day? Oh yeah. We doing it. We're doing it. they say. $270 calories burned. Coming up on 300. Probably do another 300 and take a bathroom break. I've been able to go longer in between bathroom breaks now because I don't use caffeine anymore. I used to do pre-workout before my stuff, and I realized it was making it harder to sleep at night, so that was making me take the weed gummies. I was taking like 800 milligram gummies just to try to, stay asleep because of the caffeine. And then that started not even working because I got so much of a tolerance, so I said, I'm just going to stop all of it. When I started doing cardio, I wasn't doing any pre-workout, so I knew I didn't need that. And caffeine is a diuretic, just like sugar and just like alcohol. It's going to make you lose more water, make you pee more, which can in turn make you more dehydrated. So why would I need that when I'm already sweating doing cardio? There's no really point to it. But I get it. They gotta sell. They gotta sell. It's all about selling here in America. They want your money. They want your blood, sweat and tears, so they can profit. They don't actually care about your health at all. They only care about you getting health problems so they can treat them, which is going to cost more money. That's money that goes in their pockets, not yours. So I choose not to feed the system. They got enough people out there feeding them. Be one less person they got to worry about making money off of. A lot of the supplement companies don't want to hear that. They're not going to like to hear that. But hey, I don't profit off of anyone's demise. So I'll tell you the straight up truth. And that's what we do here. We just do our best. We're never going to be perfect. But that's not going to hold us back from doing our best and trying to be better. That's all we can do. I never want someone to see these videos and think, oh man, he's going for 2 hours. Like, there's no way. I might as well not even try. Never think that. Never compare yourself to somebody else. It's all about personal development. As long as you're a little bit better than you were the day before, then you're doing something. And if you get to a point where you're happy, with how you feel, how you look, then all you got to worry about is just maintaining that. You don't got to keep constantly pushing yourself to be better. Like, oh, I need to get 1 second faster, 1 minute faster every time. I got to hit a PR every day. No, we don't preach that. You'll know when you get to a point where you're satisfied. And once you get to that point, all you have to do is maintain. You don't have to push yourself to keep trying to do more and more and more and more. Right now we're pretty satisfied. I was to a point where I was doing 100-kilometer rides every other day. Getting, my body was in a lot of pain. Not a whole lot of recovery in between. And I did that for a long time before I had weights, and it was just, I had a great physique, don't get me wrong, but I kind of like doing just the 80 kilometers twice a week. My goal when I started was just to get to the bare minimum, which is 150 minutes of cardio per week. And once I made it to there, I was like, well, how many people actually settle for like minimum wage or the bare minimum of anything? So I'm like, well, let me see how much more I can do. And I got to that point. My best time was 100 kilometers, 2 hours and 27 minutes. I was hauling. And I tell you, my bones in my feet was hurting, my back, everything was hurting that day. My muscles were tight. But I'm glad I hit that. It's just definitely not something you do every day. Like I said, once you get to a place where you're happy how you feel, how you look, how you're performing, you just can maintain that and watch your results. I feel like that's kind of where I'm at now. I had to back somewhat off of the 100K every other day because once I did get all the weights, I knew that I was going to need a bit more calories, so I could, those calories could go into the muscle. So that's when I cut back. I'm only doing 80 kilometers 2 times a week now, Mondays and Wednesdays. And what that does, frees up some calories so I can hit those weights in the other parts of the day. Tuesday I'll do upper body, Thursday I'll do back, Friday I'll do upper body, and Saturday I'll do back and legs again. So you may be thinking like, oh, how many calories should I consume though? A lot of people don't understand calories in, calories out. Well, that's why I recommend 2 things. I recommend one, you get you a nice Apple Watch or another good calorie tracker that you can wear. That way you know what calories you are that you're expending. And number 2 is get you like a bioimpedance scale or something like from Amazon, the Renfo scale, something that can read your body fat percentage, and it also gives you a BMR. Then you can take your BMR and you can add the calories that you've expended to that number, and you'll know how many calories you need to refeed. So a lot of people are always asking, which someone's nutrition advice, what do they eat, things like that. Well, I recommend obviously getting 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you're on the lower weight scale, like if you're obese, that's not going to work for you. You try to do the 1 gram a pound of body weight. If you're obese, you're going to be getting too many calories. So you probably need to be around 0.6, I think it is, or maybe even 0.4. Just depends on your weight. And if you're obese anyway, you probably shouldn't, you should probably go to a doctor at that point, because then it becomes a medical issue. There's something wrong where your mind keeps leading you to overeat. So once you've gotten to that point of obesity, it becomes a medical issue that's out of my scope of practice. This is for people that are relatively still kind of like, they may be a little bit overweight, they don't like their physique, but they're ready to get back into it. Those are the people that I can give advice to, and nutrition advice and stuff like that. But we are 344 active calories in, 124 heartbeats per minute. Higher part of zone 2, I'm liking it. Okay. Oh yeah. We doing it, and I hope y'all are doing it too. Hope y'all are out there slaying this cardio, slaying these calories. Getting that heart health up. Getting that stroke volume up. You see. Do a lot with that. Oh yeah. Heart health. People neglect that heart because why? They can't see it. They can't, go in there and lift and then see their heart, muscle coming out or whatever. They only train the things that you can see with the physical eye. That's the downfall of so many people. They have to go on statins. They got to get stents because they got heart problems. And then guess what? They can't even lift after a while the way they used to. They got, a lot more problems then, so never recommend sacrificing your heart for a little bit of size. I don't care about all the disparaging, names they come out, pencil neck, you're still small bud, whatever they want to say. Hey, go ahead. For my weight, I'm still lifting a good ass amount. I'm proud of that. And it's natural. I don't gotta worry about putting no pins and needles inside of me. I don't gotta worry about spending money on that stupid shit. And then thinking, oh, is this legit or something's in this? All that paranoia and stress, that's going to go against your wrist. And you got other problems, like you might be losing your hair, you might be losing your sexual abilities. Hell. And you got to take more medications. That's why they promote it so hard. They promote the heck out of that stuff so they can sell. Consume. The American way. That's why this country's in the state that it's in. Everything may look nice on the outside. Once you start going on the inside, it's hell. It's destroying you. Okay. Alright. Sorry y'all, I'm responding to a message here. Alright. 40 minutes in, 118, 117 on the beats per minute. Coming up on 400 calories. Probably go to zone 3 for a bit. Zone 3 is pretty fun too. Alright, let's see what we want. Did some good deadlifts on Saturday. That video. Or no, that wasn't Saturday. That was that was Wednesday. I'm sorry, fucking Thursday. Got my days all mixed up. Okay. All right. Hey, nope. Just getting it. That's all that is. Stand it up. Coming up on 400 and about 5 calories. "43 minutes in, almost an hour." Yep. Feeling all the fibers connected. Feels great. Alright, we're at 406 active calories burned, 136 heart rate. We're moving. Woo! Sorry, Eddie. Nice, steady pace. Nice straight back. Shoulders pulled back, everything's engaged. All the way to the head. Zone 3 right now. like to pick it up in zone 3 sometimes. Whew. Yep. 135 beats per minute, 440 active calories burned. I know a lot of people say when I'm doing cardio, do some for me too. Yeah, I wish it worked that way. Nothing easy is worth having. I'll tell you that. Not whatsoever. Put these little 3-pound weights in my hand. Swinging my arms back and forth. On tempo. Twist your wrists. Oh yeah. Come on. All I want to do is say hello. Hey. 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 Yep. We going. Loved ones, and my cousins. Hey, all I want to do is have fun with my loved ones. My loved ones. And my cousins. Hey. how it goes. So what's the bus? Follow it. Like girls and V's and O's. Hey, hey. Just that. Crack, crack. Look. Tuesdays to worry about financials. Yeah. Hey, hey. Hey. 140 heartbeat per minute, 524 active calories. 1 hour in. Once we get to 600, I'll go ahead and use the bathroom. And that's all that is. Shit. Check holes. Like, what are these little holes? Tell me what. Boy's a bohemian. Shit. And like that is that. There we go. Bring the heart rate down a bit. We're at 145. Bring it down to zone 2. Yep. Yep. That's it. That's all that is. Coming up on 570 active calories burned, 124 beats per minute on the heart rate. Back to zone 2. We're just playing around in zone 3 for a bit. Because it's fun. What can I say? But we still focusing on fat. So what little bit of fat we have, that is, I got about 10.9%. So a little bit to play with. $580. 20 more. We're going to take it back in the break and refill this cup. We drink about a gallon a day. About halfway done with this one. On days that I do cardio, I'll drink a little bit more than a gallon though. Because I'll be thirsty. I like getting that big gallon so I don't gotta keep refilling my bottles. I was refilling this thing so many times a day. It just gets tiring, so just fill it up one time and be good. Coming up on 590. And 10 more, we'll take a quick piss. Got some new cologne in. This shit smells real good. By Creed. Alright, 597. Coming up on 6. The big 6. Where we at? Six. There we go. Slow it down a hair. Come off. Use the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Yeah, I can see it. Alright. Fill up this water. Or top off this electrolyte. Top it off. Cut it up that crazy now. A little too crazy. Come on. Hey, I know. Got it. Alright, let's put it in. Alright, we're about halfway in, so stand them down. Picking it back up, 624 active calories burned, still in zone 2. And let's do it again, run it back. Wonder what I'm gonna have for lunch today. Like I said, if I'm in the 149 zone, I'll probably get pizza again, but I doubt that because I took creatine last night. The past 2 days, I've been taking creatine, so. Plus I got enough food here I can make it already, so. I had pizza the past 2 weeks on Monday, so. Not a whole lot of protein in that. Obviously it's carb heavy, it's fat heavy, and sodium rich, so. But I get why people just eat that all the time. And I get why, you know, they always have heartburn. I was one of those people. Constantly had heartburn. Eating sugar, drinking alcohol sometimes. Thinking, why do I have heartburn? Why do I need Tums all the time? Well, I haven't had heartburn now in years. You have too many calories, or you don't have enough sometimes. You skip meals and then the stomach acid has nothing to break down, so it's coming back up. A lot of factors can cause it. That's why it's important to know how many calories you need to eat a day. So my cycle. I was watching Degrassi the other day. I used to watch that as a kid all the time. It's bringing back nostalgic memories. When I used to be a little sedentary boy. Oh jeez. Nah, that was a pretty good show. But watching it back now as an adult, I can see a lot of things they were promoting in there. Oh jeez. We've got one that can see. Alright. 124 beats per minute on the heart rate, 660 active calories burned. We doing it. I said if we get a good 1,200 to 1,300 calories, I'm happy with that. $666 active calories burned. 777 total calories burned. Jeez. 124 on the active heart rate. Okay. Take me to your ecstasy. Coming up on 700 calories. Hey, shedding. He's shedding like snake skin. Come on. Molten, boy. They molten. Oh no. Let's talk about it. Too low. He wants to look smack, but has no job or gym membership. Damn it, man. FedEx Fearless. Some of the guys that come up on there, they trip me out, man. I'm like, man, how can you be this emotional? Oh, wow. That is a crazy physique, and I'm not talking about in a good way. Oh. He got weights in front of him, but he don't look like he's really hitting them. Let's see one more, bro. The hell is that? got 744 active calories burned. Coming up on 8. Mm-hmm. 760 active calories burned. Hmm. 128 beats per minute. Yeah. Yep. $777 active calories burned. Yay! Woo! Someone. The fuck? Yep. Calories in, calories out. Got 122 heartbeats per minute, 836 active calories burned. One hour and 32 minutes in. probably go for another 40 minutes before we reach our goal. I might do 2 hours and 20 minutes, we'll see. See what the calories look like. Let's go. Since the bike has lower impact on your knees, you can actually burn more calories a lot of times with this. So that's why it's my favorite form. 850 in. Coming up on 900. Whew. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Hmm? 1,000 total calories burned, 858 active, 860 now. 121 on the beats per minute. Coming up on 870 calories active burn. Going for about 12 to 1300. $883 hectocalories burnt, coming up on 900. Got about 300 to 400 left. Heart rate's 120. What's up, Neve Sadusky? I hope I pronounced that right. Yeah, I work hard on them things. Mainly it's a combination of this cardio here and my nutrition can. Calories in, calories out. I actually had a guy say my picture was fake, so I made a video, not the last one I made, but the one before that, showing them that my abs were not fake, indeed. Appreciate you tuning in the channel. We do our cardios on Monday and Wednesday. Little 80-kilometer rides. And we go for about 12 to 1,300 calories. Sometimes it's 1,500. Awesome. Appreciate it, man. Doing my best. I'm at 900 active calories in right now, 130 on the heart rate. And we don't got too much more to go. Probably good 300 to 400 calories. At an hour and 39 minutes in, we usually go for about 2 hours and 10 to 2 hours and 20 minutes, so gives a nice little session. In zone 2, the fat burning zone, we're in steady state. Tomorrow I'll do my upper body. And then we'll go back on Wednesday, come back on Wednesday and do my cardio here. Whoo! Heck yeah, man. Good luck. You can definitely do it. I started cardio May of 2022, so I'm coming up, well, I'm a little on 3 years now, so, but when I first started on the bike, I couldn't even do 8 to 10 minutes, and I was already out of breath, exhausted. But I told myself, I was like, you know, I'm not trying to compete with anybody else. And that 8 to 10 minutes was better than 0 minutes that I was doing. So the next time I came back, my goal was, 15, and it went from 15 to like 20, 25 minutes. And every time I kept saying, this is better than 0, this is better than 0. Before I knew it, I was doing 5Ks, 5 and 10Ks, and then I looked up online and I was like, well, what's the, how much cardio should someone be doing per week? And according to the American Heart Association, it's 150 minutes per week. And I wasn't quite there yet with what I was doing, so that was my next goal, was to get to 150 per week. And once I finally made it there, I said, that's just the minimum. How many people just settle for the minimum? So it just kept evolving, kept evolving, kept evolving. But definitely, man, focus on your calories in, calories out. Focus on getting an adequate amount of protein. For me, well, for most people, it's about 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if, unless you're obese, like if you're super obese, that's going to be too many calories for you. You'll have to lower that number. But focus on getting that protein because you want your muscle to have the fuel that it needs to grow. And I know a lot of people do this keto stuff. I do not recommend keto. I did keto before. It was not good for me or anybody. It's the way that it was explained to me in the beginning was that if you cut out all your carbs, then your body's going to start using fat as a source of energy, which is not true. What happens is bodybuilders have been doing this since the 70s. If you cut out all your carbs right before a show, what happens is your body, for every 1 gram of carb that you consume, your body holds on to an additional 3 grams of water. So by cutting carbs, what they do is they look way more aesthetic and dry because they're removing all that water weight. And you definitely need to keep your carbs, you know, for energy and stuff. Yeah, I'm a personal trainer. I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm almost finished with my nutritionist course. And I was doing this, you know, before I started studying. So I was like, if I'm so deep into this, why not learn like every little aspect? So I've been learning as much as I can. But I recommend, you know, getting a fitness tracker, something that you can track your calories. For me, I use an Apple Watch. And you can get a lot of information from that. And also a scale that it can show you your body fat percentage. I know I got mine on Amazon. The brand is Renfo. And that'll also tell you your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. And the reason that's important is because your basal metabolic rate is going to be the amount of calories that your body just burns every day doing simple things like breathing, growing hair, growing nails. Your body actually burns calories doing that stuff. So you're going to take that number, and then you're going to take the number that you get from your watch, which is your calories burned, your active calories burned, and you're going to add those numbers together. And if you want to maintain your body weight, you'll just eat that number that you've added together with that. If you want to lose some weight, go no more than a 500 calorie deficit. I like to stay within the 1 to 200 range, so it's not too crazy. And if you want to be in a surplus, it's the same thing. Just be 100 to 500 calories more. And that's pretty much the simplest way I can put it. I've been doing that for a long time. I was on 500 calorie meals and 200 calorie snacks. So I do 3 meals a day and 2 snacks a day. And that would put me right about 1900 calories. And I would be losing weight. I started losing a lot of weight. The only good thing I'll say that came from keto is the fact that since you cut out all your carbs, it taught me to just get rid of all the sugar. And to this day, I still do not consume sugar. What I do instead, I get the Splenda. I get the yellow bag of Splenda. And, if I want something sweet, I'll just add that into my oats, or I'll add it into my shake or whatever. Oh, no problem, man. And I normally go live on Mondays and Wednesdays, but I can go live tomorrow for my upper body, just to be transparent with y'all and show y'all what I'm doing. I've been planning on doing my workouts anyway. So, I live stream all my cardio. So I'll make a point for you to do my upper body tomorrow. I normally do bench press, incline bench press, then I do shoulder press, then I'll do some triceps, and I do pull-ups every day. I just do those every single day. When I started, my fitness journey, my main goal was to get good at the things that I was the worst at, which for me was cardio and then pull-ups. I could do the ones to where, your palms are facing your face. I could do those pretty good. But I was always struggling with the ones where my palms were away. That's called a pronated grip. Supinated is when your palms are facing upwards, like towards your face. So an easy way to remember that is supinated, like you're serving soup to somebody. Heck yeah, man. I'd normally work out my upper body a little bit later in the day. So for me, I'm on Eastern Standard Time. I work out at anywhere from 10 a.m. to sometimes 1 p.m. In between those hours, I might start working out. And it only takes me maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, man, I try to promote, healthy things and doing cardio, for example. When I first started, I obviously couldn't, I wasn't on my phone as much. But now, the more I've done it, I've trained myself to just, you know, be able to scroll through my phone, look at different things, you know, kind of like habit stacking, you know. And I wanted to show this aspect because I feel like a lot of people on YouTube, they just show themselves sitting down, talking to the camera. They do the mukbangs. They're not super invested in showing people the active side of their life. And I feel like more people could benefit from that, especially here in America. I live near one of the most obese states in the country, and it's sad to see this many obese people. So, ooh. We just holding ourselves accountable. I'm coming up on 983. I'm at 984 active calories burned right now. Heart rate's 118. For me, that's right in the middle of zone 2 because of my age. I'm 34, so if you take your age and you minus it by 220, whatever number you come up with will be your maximum heart rate. And zone 2 will be, I believe, 50 to 60% of your maximum heart rate, which for me is 111 through 130. Woo! But I normally talk a lot about this stuff when I'm doing cardio. I'm probably gonna be making some clips so I can condense the information down to shorter form videos for people, because I know a lot of people may not be willing to sit through a whole 2 hours and 20 minutes just to get that bit of information, so I'll definitely do that. But I appreciate you tuning in, man. I appreciate that. Good luck on your test tomorrow, too. Whew! We're pushing through. We're coming up on 1,000 calories active burn. Now we've got another another 200 to 300 calories to burn. 1 hour and 50 minutes in. If I go to 2 hours and 20 minutes, my chances of hitting 1,300 go up exponentially, so we'll see. I'll probably just do the 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's only 30 more minutes. Oh man, you'll get it. Just do your best, you know what I'm saying? Do your best. I believe you can do it. And I look forward to it too. One thing that helped me, if I can give you a good piece of advice, is take a before picture. Because I took a before picture and I almost deleted that picture several times. But I'm glad I didn't, because every time I looked at that picture, it was giving me motivation. I just kept telling myself, that's not me. That is not me. But if y'all want to see what I look like before, I put a picture of it in my community post of my YouTube channel. I'll probably start making it the thumbnail of all my videos, like when it comes to cardio, to show people the difference of no cardio to cardio. And obviously good nutrition comes with that, you know, your protein intake and being in the right amount of calories. Once you get that recipe down, you're destined for success at that point. When I did start, I was just kind of focused on getting my nutrition in check, because I know how hard it is to out-train a bad diet. And I knew that if I could make nutrition second nature and didn't have to think about it, then I could start to slowly implement exercise in, and I wouldn't have to worry about that. So I really got onto my calories and making sure I wasn't overeating, because it is very easy to eat too many calories, especially if you're choosing the wrong foods. Even something as simple as a hamburger bun, you know. The brand that I like to get are, I believe it's Nature's Own. It's like 60 calories per bun, but it's very easily You know, you can find a bun that's easily in the 100 to 120 calorie range. In fact, the majority of buns are in the 100 to 120 calorie range, so you're going to be looking for a needle in a haystack to find those ones that are less calories. But they're out there. One day I'll post up some nutrition videos too for everyone. Kind of show them what I'm eating per day, my type of food. I've been eating the same breakfast now for the past 5 years. It's been oats. But the way I make them, they're very savory. Well, not savory, but very satiating. I got a lot of protein in them, and they taste great. I put a protein scoop in with it too, so along with some egg whites. But I'll have to film myself making that for y'all one day. Like I said, if we are back down to 149 today, I plan on probably ordering pizza to celebrate. If not, that's fine. I've got enough food here that I can make taste just as good. And it'll be less calories too, so. We're at 1 hour and 54 minutes. 1,035 active calories burned. 120 on the heart rate. So we're right at zone 2. The zone 2 is the fat burning zone. That's your golden zone of steady state cardio. Can you burn fat in zone 1? Yeah. You're still burning fat in zone 1, but you obviously have to do a lot more because it's going to be a lower pace. So if you're thinking about sake of time, it's better to do a little bit higher zone like zone 2. But if you start going up to zone 3, zone 4, and even higher zone 5, you start dipping into your glycogen, you start dipping into your protein and your muscle. And we want to hold on to muscle. We don't want to burn muscle just to do cardio. We want to build muscle and we want to burn fat. That's our goal here. So, whew, I think we're doing a pretty decent job at that right now. A lot of guys, when they plan on building muscle, they bulk up, bulk up, bulk up. But then they add a lot of body fat too with that bulk. And yeah, they may be able to lift a little bit more, but they end up tanking their cardio in the process. So, shoot, once you run out of stamina, all that muscle goes to waste. You can't even use the muscle now because you don't have the energy to use the muscle. So I never recommend going on a bulk or a cut. It's counterproductive. We're at 1,050 active calories burned, coming up on 1,100. So we only got about 250 more to go if we're hitting 13. I may be able to even hit that in under 20 minutes. We'll see. I've got 24 minutes to hit that. So now if we don't hit it, that's fine. If we only get 12, 1250, whatever the case, that's still fine. Like I said, I like going in between 1,200 and 1,300 active calories when I'm doing these sessions. Whew. We're pushing it. We're pushing our limits, you know. pushing it. That's one of the craziest memes I've seen. It says back then dads had 4 to 5 kids. Nowadays kids have 4 to 5 dads. God dang. That's insane. It's not wrong though. It's not wrong at all. And it says climate change is crazy. Shit. Alright. .113 heart rate. We're on the lower end of zone 2. I can pick it up a bit. We're gonna pick the heart rate up. Jeez. 1,080 active calories burned. Gee. Alright, we're at zone 3 now. The low end of zone 3. I just wanted to bring my heart rate up on the higher end of zone 2, so let me bring it back down here. Woo! Oh my God. Putting it in. Yes, sir. Bringing that heart rate down a bit. We're still at 136, low into zone 3. .129, we're at the high end of zone 2 now. Let's go. Coming up on 1,100 active calories burned. We're at 2 hours and 1 minute in, including that piss that we took, so probably go for another 200 calories, and we'll call it on that note. So yeah, it might take a good 20, I think. For me, it's like 10 minutes per 100 calories. I'm about to double check now. So we're at 2 hours and 1 minute out of 1,100 calories. So I think it's honestly about 86 to 90 calories per minute. We'll see what it says. If we stay at the high end of zone 2, we'll probably hit that right at the 2 hour and 20 zone mark, 2 hour and 20 minute mark. Calories and 1,112 calories. Sheesh. Ready for some food, some carbs, protein, some good stuff. 1120 active calories in. 121 heart rate. We burning. We burning it. Oh. Let's go. Whew. Putting it in. Oh shit. Doing the movement. Eleven hundred and 41 active calories burnt. Coming up on 2. That's 2K. I'm sorry. 1200. Goddamn. We're at 2 hours. Come on now. I need some carbs, can you tell? Carbs in our body is converted to glucose, so, and glucose is the main source of energy for your brain. I'm ready to get some back in. I always load up in the mornings with my oats. A nice big pot of oats in the morning. We're at the low end of zone 2. I'm about to pick this back up. Eleven 150 active calories burned. Hundred and 28 on the heart rate, back up to the high end of zone 2. get another donut. And the one that eats donuts is off like a fucking open. Right, what the hell is she doing? I'm watching Legion of Men, y'all. And it's just a new video that came out. It says women are clueless as they vote for the destruction of the West. And you've got this freaking cow in the middle making all these crazy faces because the dude's saying real shit. It's funny. Oh god. That was funny. He's like, eat another donut, lady. Alright, we're at 1180 after calories burned, 120 heart rate. Two hours and 10 minutes in. So, yeah, we burned about 80 calories. Well, we were at 2 hours and 1 minute when I started timing that, so when it says 2 hours and 11 minutes, it'll be more an accurate representation of what I burn in 10 minutes. And I said somewhere between, 86 to 90. I believe we were at 2 hours, 1 minute, and 40 seconds. So I'll let you know where I stand. I'm at 2 hours, 11 minutes right now, and 10 seconds. 86 calories burned. So yeah, it's probably going to be about 90 calories per 10 minutes for me. We'll go straight to 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah, we're at 90 calories per 10 minutes, so we got another 8 minutes before we hit 2 hours and 20 minutes. And then we'll go ahead and cap it off there. 119 heart rate, coming up on 1200 active calories. This dude's amazing as fuck. $1,200 calories as of right now. We got about 7 minutes to go. So we probably won't hit 1,300 on 2 hour and 20 minutes mark. But we'll probably end up hitting it when I finish the cool down, which is fine. Dunkin' Donuts stuff, I was saying. There you go. Six minutes to go. About 5 minutes to go. 1,223 active calories burnt. Got about 70 as of now, 76. Good though. Huh. 69 to go. About 3 minutes to go. $1,240 active calories burned, 60 to go. About 2.5 minutes left. And then we'll do a cool down as soon as we hit 2 hours and 20 minutes. For the cool downs, I like to do backwards pedaling. Almost done. 2 hours and 18 in. We've got about 2 minutes. We're coming up on 1,250 active calories burned. We'll probably hit 13 on the cool down, so I'll do that on the backwards pedal. Oh yeah. Still in zone 2. A little bit on the lower side. We're at 113 heart rate. Good. Alright, just under 30 seconds. $1,260 after calories burned. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we made it 2 hours and 20 minutes. Slowly come down. Reverse pedal time. we'll pedal it out till we hit 1,300 calories. We're at 1,268, coming up on 1,270. Got a good 30 calories to burn out of this, so this is great for your knees once you're done with real long rides like this. Helps everything get back in sync, I feel like. So, and we don't get enough of this motion anyway, so if you start doing this, you'll realize how good it feels. I've been doing this at the end of every cycle ride now since I really got serious into cardio. Alright, 1,276, coming up on 1,280. 1,281. About 19 calories to go. Woo! Feeling good. 1285, 15 to go. Yeah. Feels great on the back, feels great on the knees, the legs, hamstrings, all that. So we're at 1,290 calories active burn. We got 10 calories left. It's not going to take much time. This is zone 1 right here. Oh no, I'm at 142 heart rate just doing this. So we're actually in zone 3. But that's fine. We're engaging every muscle. I'm making sure I'm squeezing every muscle when I'm doing this. I even feel my triceps. 5 calories left. And I will show you all the breakdown at the end. Sorry, 1298, 1299, and 1,300. Let's go ahead and unhook our shoes, and I'll show y'all where we're at. Oh, unplug that. 1,300 active calories burned. Whoo! Let me flip this around for y'all. We're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, y'all. I will be back. I'll do that stream tomorrow for y'all. Show you my upper body too, how I work that. But that was good. That was a nice little cardio session. I'm gonna go ahead and get a shower, get some calories back in me. And until the next one, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Much love.